8 essential Ray Harryhausen creature movies that changed cinema forever. How many times have you stopped to marvel at the special effects used in a movie? We seldom take a moment to admire the people behind these spectacular creations, but some among them are too good to be ignored. Raymond Harryhausen is among the stalwarts in this department, and his work has received appreciation from all quarters. If he was given the opportunity for special effects of a film, the makers could be assured of something unique to come their way. Besides being a legendary designer and visual effects creator, Raymond was the man who came up with the idea of a form of stop-motion model animation that is known as Dynamation. His work has brought him the prestigious Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, and prominent filmmakers like Steven Spielberg and James Cameron have been inspired by his work. While he excelled in every form of special effects, his creature effects are probably some of his best works. His works changed the face of special effects in cinema and changed the next generation to match up to the standards set by him. This talented personality breathed his last in 2013, but he has left behind some remarkable movies for us. This video is a tribute to Ray Harryhausen, and we bring to you a collection of some of his finest creature movies.
Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Clash of the Titans, 1981. Based on Greek mythology, the story takes you through the heroic journey of Perseus, the son of Zeus, who is the king of the gods. Perseus may have the gift of godlike powers, but he also has some dangerous adversaries. He falls in love with the beautiful princess Andromeda, who was supposed to marry the hideous monster Kalybos, the son of Thetis, the sea goddess. He is on a mission to rescue the cursed Andromeda and has to search for the dangerous Medusa. Will he be able to fulfill his destiny? Greek mythology is an intriguing subject, and movies made on this subject are always entertaining. But such movies are bound to falter without a maestro at work for the special effects. Raymond Harryhausen took care of this one with some exceptional work. This was his last movie, as he retired after the filming. The lighting and effects used in this film captured the perfect ambiance for mythic Greece. The monsters are scary, but they never gross you out. The sequence where Perseus encounters the snake-haired Medusa in a firelit cave is one to go down in history as one of the best filmed creature sequences ever. The viewer shudders at the giant scorpions rising from the blood of Medusa's head. Such is the realistic effect. His work with stop-motion techniques made the monsters move in a way that added to their mythic status. This movie is amazing, but we cannot imagine it without the added expertise of Ray Harryhausen. The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, 1973. This is one of the adventures of Sinbad from Arabian Nights. The plot revolves around Sinbad and his crew as they are faced with the might of an evil magician, Kura. Possession of 3 magical golden tablets allows access to the ancient temple of the Oracle of All Knowledge. Sinbad intercepts one of these tablets, and the magician is after them to get a hold of it. In the course of their adventure, they face some strange beasts and monsters, along with the dark forces of Kura. In times where state-of-the-art computer graphics involve entire teams to work on one creature effect, it's hard to imagine the creativity of those who use stop-motion animation to get the desired results. This is where Harryhausen weaves his magic over the numerous creatures and monsters. His work impeccably captures the atmosphere of the Arabian Nights to enhance your viewing experience. His portrayal of the one-eyed centaur, the homunculus, or the griffin makes this movie all the more appealing. The scene to watch out for is when the wizard brings the towering wooden masthead of Sinbad's ship to life. He does the same for the six-armed Kali, that even performs a spirited dance. The six-armed statue that fights with six swords during the final confrontation will have you at the edge of your seats. Equally breathtaking is the scene where the giant Cyclops takes on a huge griffin that is a cross between a lion and a hawk. Some good acting and riveting action sequences make this a must-watch. But you simply can't look beyond the masterful work of Harryhausen as you enjoy this one. Jason and the Argonauts, 1963. This movie is based upon one of the oldest myths of a hero's quest, where the protagonist, Jason, sets out on a voyage seeking the magical Golden Fleece. He is prophesied to take the throne of Thessaly, but prior to that, he embarks upon his journey with some of the finest men, including Hercules. His journey is cluttered with trouble, as the crew must deal with a dangerous Hydra, an invincible skeleton army, and a few harpies along their journey. If you are an admirer of Ray Harryhausen, this movie is an absolute treat for you. He has pumped in some of his finest creation to entertain audiences. This movie is a thrilling journey comprising of lots of action, magic, and dreadful monsters. When they land on the island of Bronze and go out to collect food and water, they encounter the giant 200-foot-tall bronze statue that comes to life. The way it turns to look down at Hercules will send shivers down your spine. Even though it doesn't offer much facial expression, it gives you the chills with its cold, blank stare. Harryhausen has served the most evil-looking harpies that you could imagine, alongside a menacing Hydra. The seven-headed Hydra is a technical marvel, considering the times. His best in this movie would have to be the skeleton army, and the battle sequences involving them are poetry in motion. Just to give you a hint at how dedicated he was, the special effects for the skeleton army in battle took Ray Harryhausen more than 4 months, and the scene is hardly 3 minutes. It's time to pay homage to his efforts and enjoy this brilliant movie. Mysterious Island, 1961. This movie is premised during the Civil War, when some Union soldiers held as prisoners escape in a balloon. They end up in a strange South Pacific island that is inhabited by some dangerous plants and animals. The pirates, volcanoes, and giant animals pose a serious threat to their lives, and they must use their ingenuity to survive. Eventually, when a volcano threatens to erupt and eliminate the island, they must quickly devise a way to return home. This movie is loosely based on a Jules Verne novel, and Ray Harryhausen doesn't let the gripping plot go to waste. His special effects wizardry combines well with the exciting storyline to make for an enjoyable movie. The stop-motion master creates art in the form of giant crabs, giant bees, and a giant bird. The cephalopods are terrifying, and their attack in the underwater sequence will leave you stunned. Every scene will cause you to sit straight up, anticipating something weird, because the fast-paced movie wastes no time in getting to the point. Such are the expectations from Harryhausen, that when a skeleton appears in the movie and it isn't brought to life, you're almost disappointed. To give you a glimpse of the intricate work of Harryhausen, he actually got 3 crabs to film the giant crabs, and had one humanely killed as boiling it could change the color of the shell. He used the real shell of the crab instead of the usual latex. All we can do is sit back and admire his creativity and innovative ideas while watching this movie. The Valley of Gwangi, 1969. A struggling Wild West show finds a tiny horse that is believed to be a prehistoric Eohippus. It is found in the Forbidden Valley, and a cowboy named Tuck Kirby tries to capture the Allosaurus to gain fame and money. But the valley is full of deadly dinosaurs, and capturing the Allosaurus, known as Gwangi, won't be an easy task. When they eventually manage to capture it and put it on display in a show, it manages to free itself and wreaks havoc in the nearby town. The original story was written by Wills O'Brien, the man behind King Kong. When Harryhausen decided to work on the special effects for this one, it took him almost 2 years to create the dinosaurs. His hard work paid off because it is considered to be one of his finest works. The prehistoric creatures like the Styracosaurus and Allosaurus come alive at his deft touch, and the portrayal of the dinosaurs inspires admiration. The elephant fight sequence actually came together without the presence of a real elephant. Such was the expertise of Harryhausen. The moment when Gwangi pounces on the ornithomimus has been copied several times in dinosaur movies like Jurassic Park. The cowboy roping scene where Tuck and the others try to lasso Gwangi is a gem of a moment in cinematic history, and to think that the brilliance of one man works behind the whole scene is remarkable. We are used to the likes of Jurassic Park and Godzilla for creature effects, but it is thought-provoking indeed how a man changed the dynamics of this many years ago. One million years BC, 1966. In this prehistoric drama, a man named Tumak is banished from his savage tribe. Subsequently, he takes shelter amongst a gentle coastal tribe, but luck runs out when he is banished yet again. This time, however, a young woman, Loana, leaves with him, and together they are forced to deal with the harsh prehistoric world filled with deadly monsters. Can the couple endure the hardships and challenges to survive? This movie is the perfect prehistoric adventure, complete with an exciting story and some interesting characters. The primitive narrative and ancient ambiance make you forget for a moment that you are living in the modern world. The actors Raquel Welch and John Richardson work wonders. But the real hero, of course, is Ray Harryhausen. He outdoes himself with another fascinating work on dinosaurs. The Ceratosaur, Triceratops, and other dinosaurs are created with such finesse that it's hard to believe that the movie was made in the 60s. Fight sequence between Tumak and a dreadful Allosaurus is a showstopper, and we assure you that you will have your hearts in your mouths during the scene. The scene with the photo-optically enhanced iguana lizard and tarantula will allow you a sneak peek in the creative mind of Harryhausen. Even the rampaging giant turtle will strike fear in the minds of the viewers. The battle with the giant turtle seems so real that most people think that a real turtle was used for the scene. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, 1958. In an interesting story featuring the legendary sailorman Sinbad, this movie shows them lost in the sea. They stumble upon the strange island of Colossa. The island is home to mysterious cyclops, and Sinbad and his crew save a magician, Sokura, from their attack. But the evil magician shrinks the princess who was traveling with Sinbad, and now he must return to the island again to get the necessary ingredient to make the potion that would heal the princess. Failure in the mission will not only put the princess in danger, but also ensure war between Baghdad and Chandra. In this classic fantasy adventure from the 50s, you have everything you can ask for. It has a well-written script, a great cast, a deadly villain, and above all, the touch of Ray Harryhausen in the special effects department. One of the unique things about the filming of this movie is that it is the first time that the stop-motion animation effects were completely shot in color. It also introduced the Dynamation technique, and it was heavily promoted before its release. This marketing trick ensured that this movie could be differentiated from cartoon animation. Only the previous year, Harryhausen worked on the movie 20 Million Miles to Earth, where he built a monster. Besides being incredibly talented, the maestro was also extremely resourceful, and the skeletal armature of the monster was used to build the Cyclops models. Besides the crew battling the scary creatures, you will also enjoy a fight sequence between a dragon and a Cyclops. Sinbad's sword-fighting duel with a skeleton, the battle with the Cyclops, and many other scenes are pioneers in the world of cinema in terms of the special effects, all thanks to Harryhausen. "20 Million Miles to Earth," 1957. A manned U.S. spaceship to Venus crash lands off the coast of Sicily, near a small fishing village. The local people manage to save one of the astronauts and also find a lizard-like alien creature. It starts to grow at an unbelievable rate and manages to escape. Soon, it is a threat to the city of Rome, and the military must act quickly to bring down this monstrous creature. This is your typical fast movie fun flick from the 50s that promises tons of entertainment. The addition of Ray Harryhausen in the project only uplifts the quality of the movie. He delivers with another wonder, as the creature effects here are hailed as one of his best works. The creature shown in this movie is something nobody had seen before. It resembled a mixture of human, lizard, and dinosaur, with its lizard-like human head and torso. The dinosaur-like legs and tail added to the horrific appearance of this monster, while the face was sculpted with an almost lovable walrus-like quality. But unlike most monster films that project the creature as pure evil, this creature is simply curious and heroic, and is not determined to hurt and destroy everything. There are some epic scenes courtesy of Ray Harryhausen, and the one involving the creature battling an elephant on the streets against the scenic backdrop of Rome stands out. If you want to appreciate the brilliance of old-school special effects, you ought to try out this gem from Ray Harryhausen. If you enjoyed watching our video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Do let us know in the comments what topics you want us to cover next. Have an amazing day ahead, and stay safe.